Hi, this is Mike Wright with Foresight Business Funding and BizFundFirst.com. We're doing a quick video on the SBA changes that will come into effect June 2025, and they're going to affect all small businesses. If you have any specific questions, 317-589-0118 or BizFundFirst.com is a good way to talk to an advisor on this. I'm going to go straight to my screen and start giving you an overview of these updates. The SBA loan program changes for June 2025. The overview of the changes are this. In April 2025, the SBA officially eliminated the Do What You Do underwriting framework. This was a policy introduced in 2023 that allowed lenders to apply their own commercial credit standards to SBA-backed loans. Kind of let the fox in the hen house. By fiscal 2024, there's a $397 million deficit to the SBA 7 program. The changes are restoration of the franchise directory. And basically, this just help banks to know if your franchisor is in the directory and whether or not they can give you a loan, especially if you're a startup franchise. They increase the minimum SBSS score, which basically is your small business credit score. For all 7A loans, the criteria is raised from a minimum of 155 to 165. There's a mandatory 10% cash injection required for startup business loans. And this hits a lot of people. In the old days, there was no MCA refinancing. Then after COVID, they lightened that up and they're putting that back in where there's no refinancing using an SBA 7 for MCAs. They reinstated hazard insurance requirements, mandatory hazard insurance for all loans over 50,000. They reinstated life insurance requirements. Before this was left up to the banks. They require life insurance for certain borrowers. So basically, my interpretation, my opinion is if there's an unsecured portion of the loan, they can require life insurance. So, like your down payment, things like that. So, if you're buying a $1 million building and your loan's 1.3 million, a lot of that's working capital, or the 300,000, they may require 300,000 in life insurance to cover that extra portion that they can't recoup. So, but case to case study. And a side note, I'll probably bring this up later. We have a sister company that's a life insurance agency. So if you need life insurance, we can typically get you covered, assuming underwriting. And no blood, no nurse. Within probably 20 minutes, we can get you covered up to $2 million with all the major inexpensive term companies and also whole life companies if you'd want to go that route. But that's a side note. So give us a call. They reinstated tax transcript verification. They basically require tax transcripts on all loans, which means if you have back taxes and you don't have a payment plan, you're going to have to get a payment plan set up before you're going to get funded on your loan. It eliminates fee waivers and discounts on loans of up to $1 million. Those fee waivers and discounts have been in place since the start of SBA's 2023 fiscal year. And, with the defaults, they didn't have that fee income to offset those losses. And that was probably a major part in all these new changes. Foreign ownership is now 100% banned. Owners must be a U.S. citizen, U.S. national, lawful permanent resident. and eligible ownership includes visa holders, refugees, DACA recipients, and undocumented individuals. The potential challenges for small businesses, there's stricter eligibility criteria, the restatement of the franchise directory and elimination of do what you do means that you aren't going to have creative lenders out there anymore. Um, so, this won't affect most of the big banks, most of the state banks I use that use SBA. They're using the traditional standards, so it shouldn't really matter for those. If you have a complex ownership structure, this could be more challenging. You just kind of have to prove, what you own, and you can't be hiding things. Um, Underwriting's definitely not as flexible. Increased documentation. You're going to verify your, U.S. status. You're going to have to verify your taxes were paid, your hazard insurance is in place, and your ownership information. The insurance changes. Hazard insurance is now mandatory for all loan types. Key person life insurance is required, which, it says key person, but this, basically if you're a guarantor, and there's exposure if on that loan, they're probably going to make you have life insurance to cover that exposure that's not secured. Flood insurance mandatory in FEMA designated flood zones. Proof of insurance required before disbursement. Again, most of our banks require this anyhow, but the creative funders were probably skimping on this a little bit. There's a new streamlined application process. I'm not saying you'll see any quickening of time. Hopefully we will, but there's a new SBA portal for digital submissions, automated document upload and verification. The approval timelines reduced from 7 to 10 business days. If you have a preferred lender, SBA lender, I don't think you're going to see any difference in the time. We were seeing probably, anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 weeks, depending on appraisals and things like that. And some even quicker than 4 weeks if we had all the documents in. With the preferred lenders, it's pretty speedy anyhow, but supposedly this will speed things up. Standardized forms, fewer document hurdles. How to prepare your business for these changes. Review and update your financials. Have those ready to go because you're going to need them. Have a good business plan. Ensure compliance with the new credit and insurance standards. So make sure your credit score is where it needs to be before you get in the process and have people pulling credit. Use SBA's pre-qualification tools. And feel free to call us at 317-589-0118. We'll answer your questions as best as we can based on the files that we see. You can also schedule at bizfundfirst.com/schedule. That's an easier way to get on our schedule. You can also text our main number. If it looks like there's something that doesn't fit on your schedule this time of year, we're very busy, and a lot of times we block times out and we can make things available in the evening or early morning for you. Final thoughts, the 2025 updates aim to simplify access to capital. Definitely an emphasis on risk mitigation on their side through using insurance and documenting the borrowers. So you should stay proactive, and that can help you secure funding under the new rules. Again, this has been Mike Wright with Foresight Business Funding, bizfundfirst.com. If this video is helpful and you would like updates on new financing programs and things like this, we haven't shot a lot of videos in the last year because everything's pretty much been about the same. But I assume with these changes, there'll be private lenders filling those niches where, and hopefully, to refi MCAs, things like that, where the SBA funders, they're going to have limitations now. So hit the subscribe button and we'll update you as things change. This has been Mike Wright. Have a great day.